Every flipping fan base better give us our credit because we've been ravaged by injuries. We lost both of our centre-backs today by the 68th minute, and they are not even our first choice centre-backs. They're our fourth and fifth choice centre-backs. And yet we got a result. Not only that, but we gave Liverpool a taste of their own medicine, winning in injury time. People don't understand how much of a big win that was for us. If we didn't win this game, we would have been sitting on 8 points in our first 7 games heading into the international break. That's after us having the easier run of fixtures compared to the likes of Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester City. This was a must-win game, not just for the points, but for our club morale. Now we're heading into the international break, winning our last 2 games, one in the Champions League and now in the league. We didn't even manage to get a win in the month of September in the Premier League. And bear in mind, in those 3 games that we played against Manchester United, Brentford and Brighton. But today, we turned up. That was the best I've seen Chelsea play this season. From minute 1, we were sensational. The aggression, the intent, the hunger, that's something that we've been crying out all season for as Chelsea fans. Every single week, fans like myself have been asking, why does it take for us to concede to start playing? Why does it take for a scare to make us start getting to gear 5, gear 6? But today, none of that. From the first whistle, we were on them. Caicedo bossed the midfield. Malo Gusto, my word, you surprised me today. Gusto played in midfield today and looked like he's been playing there his whole life. When we saw the lineup, everybody was shocked. Nobody expected ESTEVAO to be benched, especially with Pedro Neto playing in the Champions League against Benfica midweek. Alarm bells were ringing. I know people who turned down this game because they thought that we were going to get absolutely smacked. But sometimes you've got to trust your manager, and Enzo Maresca cooked today. Gusto was phenomenal in that midfield alongside Caicedo. Enzo Fernandez was pushing into that 10 role. João Pedro was slightly quiet today, but every time he got the ball, he was holding up, he was linking up play, he was creating space for the wingers. Like Alejandro Garnacho, who was great in that first half. We should have had a penalty today as well. That bold fraud, Anthony Taylor, nearly struck again. People are saying, oh, he just put one arm to his back. Oh, that's not a foul. Get up. Oh, the game's gone. Have you lost your mind? Do you know how football works? Do any of you not play football? When you're running at that speed, bear in mind he's already in front of Szoboszlai and he's about to put in a cross with his left foot. Szoboszlai has no intent of touching that ball. He has no intent of playing the ball. He's literally stiff-armed him to his back, essentially meaning that he cannot put in that cross that he was going to put in and around the 6-yard box. So how is that not a penalty? Somebody please tell me, because if he had 2 hands on, everybody would have said it's a penalty. But because it's just 1, they're saying, oh, that's not, get up. But have you lost the plot? But aside from that, the defensive pairing of Joshua Chankpong and Benoit Badiashile today was sensational. They didn't give Isak, Salah or Gakpo a sniff. They were dominant, they were on every ball, they were strong in the air, they had composure when playing out from the back. Joshua Chankpong was going on crazy runs at one point, showing his ball carrying abilities. This is what I mean, when the chips are stacked against us, when the odds are against us, Chelsea Football Club can pull a performance out of thin air like no other club. It's in our foundation at this club. It's the DNA, it's the backbone of our club. Let's talk about the second half. Straight away into minute 1, Liverpool had a chance with Salah. Florian Wirtz done a lovely flick, yeah, and put Salah in, and Salah had a chance with his right foot, but he scuffed it. Salah had a poor performance today. A lot of people saying that he's been poor the whole season. I don't think Mohamed Salah's been poor. I think he's been playing at his level. I think just because he's not scoring or assisting as frequently as he used to, people are having to open up their eyes and actually watch his performance for the whole game. And a lot of people are clocking that this guy's not playing well, but he's been doing that for years. Salah always used to play poor, but then he'd get the winning goal or the winning assist, and people would overlook it. And they don't take into account that Salah is literally the one player on this planet that can score a hat-trick and drop a 5 out of 10 performance. He's not to the level of Eden Hazard, who is just a great footballer that could literally change a game without having to score or assist. But Salah, credit where credit is due, ruthless goal scorer, one of the greatest of this era, 100% in terms of goal scoring. Liverpool had a 30-minute spell when they were just on us. Then Badiashile goes down, then Chankpong goes down. Liverpool get a goal with that Isak touch. I don't think he meant it, but still great. Gakpo anticipated it, and yeah, it was 1-1, and for a moment or two it looked like Liverpool were just going to do what Liverpool do and just win the game. We had no natural centre-backs. Reece James had to play centre-back alongside Gerald Hato, a right-back playing centre-back and a left-back playing centre-back in a partnership against Liverpool, the Premier League champions. And yet the leadership that Reece James showed today was unbelievable. A lot of people I was one of the people that thought he got the captain's armband far too early, especially when we got rid of our whole core of experienced players. He wasn't even a natural centre-back, but he commanded that backline, handled Isak perfectly. That is what you call a captain's performance. Sort of turned into a bit of a basketball match, and that's one thing you don't want to do with Liverpool this season. You don't want to go back and forth with them because they can hurt you on the counter-attack, and they nearly did a few times. And the moment that changed everything, ESTEVAO WILLIAN stepped on that pitch. 18 years old, and he's come with so much expectation from Brazil. Never played in England, and he changed the game for Chelsea against the Premier League champions. He set up Marguerite for a great chance, but he couldn't sort his feet out. And then there was a passage of play where Gittins actually played very well when he came on. He cut in, he shot, made the keeper make a great save. Then ESTEVAO came on, picked up the ball straight away, and in the same possession, he cut in, whipped one in, and the keeper had to make a great save once again. And at that moment, the crowd really got up. Stamford Bridge was rocking at that point. They had belief. And that's what happens when you give the Stamford Bridge crowd something to believe in. That is an old, tight, compact stadium, and it can get loud, especially if you start playing like that. Then ESTEVAO WILLIAN created the best chance of the game. He whipped a cross in for Enzo Fernandez that was absolutely perfect. No defender read that cross. It was whipped in with so much pace. Enzo Fernandez ran past his man. He had a clear shot at goal with the header, and he hit the post. And I thought that was it. I thought that was our last big chance. But then the belief didn't die between our players. They kept pressing forward. They weren't trying to salvage a point. They were trying to get all three. And they risked it all. But what happens when you risk it? You can be rewarded. We were rewarded. Enzo Fernandez with a cheeky little ball through to Cucurella. Cucurella done great. He whipped that ball across with so much pace that the keeper couldn't deal with it. And then ESTEVAO WILLIAN reads it before Robertson gets into the back post for that tap in. Bang, 2-1. Stamford Bridge erupts, absolute limbs. Enzo Maresca runs down that touchline and gets himself a red card the way you should be getting a red card. That's passion, that's Chelsea, that's Mourinho, that's Conte, that's Tuchel energy. That's what Maresca done. That was our best performance this season. We've been battered by injuries, low confidence, but this could be a turning point. And Pedro Neto, rest up. I'm being serious. He's played so many games, and now it's time for ESTEVAO to get a run of 5, 6, 7 games starting. If developed properly, in 5 to 10 years, this could be a Ballon d'Or level footballer that we are witnessing. That's the end of the video, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, smash that notification button as well.